On September 9th, the Mass Mutual Center belongs to CES for CES70. And Connecticut-based fighter Dan Dubuque will look to become the featherweight king, but he's gonna have to go through CES veteran Nate Ghareeb, and he's been on one hell of a streak. Thank you for being here today, Nate.
Thanks for having me.
There's no rest for the wicked, I feel. I feel like you have been constantly in the cage for the past few years. And where's the motivation been coming from?
My goal is always to be the best fighter and to get to the UFC. So obviously I'm getting a little bit older, so it's just being as active as I possibly can. This is what I do every single day. So there's no reason for me not to fight. I'm always in shape. I'm always ready to go, and I'm always prepared to fight. So.
You do this every single day, but it's not very often you get to fight for a CES title, and this is going to be your first chance at a professional title. Tell me what that means to you, and has anything in your preparation changed, weight-wise maybe?
Yeah, I'll stay a little bit lighter for this camp, but overall, it's the same thing that I would do for any other fight. At the end of the day, it's another fight, and this is what I live for, this is what I do, and the belt is very important to me. CES has been awesome, and I love to represent them with that belt, but more importantly, this is my chance to get to the UFC. This will help me solidify my opportunity and show the world that I'm here and I'm ready to go. So I'm just looking to get my chance so that I can make the next step and get into the UFC and show them how serious I really am. So it's just another fight for me, but obviously it's a little bit bigger deal. So.
Yeah, and the person across the cage from you this time around will be Dan Dubuque, who is going to do whatever he can to get his hand raised. There is an interesting backstory with you two. It sounds like you guys used to be cross-training partners. You've shared the mats together. So tell me a little bit about the history between you and Dubuque.
It's not a big history, but he has trained at another affiliate gym that I used to train. I used to train out of the Fighting Arts Academy, and I was cross-training there. So we've bumped into each other a couple times. Yeah, we've sparred together, we've rolled together. So at the end of the day, it's he's nothing special in my opinion. I mean, he's a nice guy, but that nice doesn't get you the win. So nice doesn't make you a great fighter. And this is my opportunity to prove to everybody that even with somebody who is a nice guy and somebody that I have had a communication with or affiliate with, it doesn't really matter. If you're in my way, you're fucked. That's it. So I like the opportunity. I like the matchup for those reasons, because I get to prove to people what I'm willing to do to get to my dreams. So if you're in my way, you're fucked. That's it.
So there has to be a level of respect at some point in the relationship that you guys have had, because you were sharing the mats, you were training together. But you had mentioned to me that when he was offered this fight, it was an immediate yes.
Yeah.
What does that mean to you? How did that make you feel?
I was a little bit shocked at first, and I felt that it's almost like a little bit of disrespect, because if you decide that you agree to a fight, you believe that you're going to beat that person. And so for me, it's like, oh, you believe that you're going to come in here and you're going to win this belt. You believe you're going to come here, you're going to take my opportunity, my dreams, everything that I fucking worked for. You're crazy, man. You think this is going to be easy? You think this is going to be, a fight where you can come in as a veteran and take a prospect's opportunity? Like, his time is past. This is my time now. And so I'm going to run right through him. I'm going to put an absolute beating on him just to prove that I am number one and I do belong here and I do belong in the UFC. So, I mean, again, I respect the guy. That's why I train hard. I respect the guy because I know that he's good and I know that he's tough. But again, like, it doesn't matter to me. It doesn't matter what you've done before. It doesn't matter who you are, what your name is, where you come from. If you're in my way, you have a problem. And it's me. I'm the fucking problem. And I'm ready to prove that to everybody. So.
What kind of problems do you hope to give Dubuque on September 9th? I mean, we've seen, anybody that is a CES fan knows that you're a pretty well-rounded fighter. You've shown that you can grapple, you've shown that you can strike. What are some things that you hope to accomplish on the 9th to really solidify the name Nate Ghareeb?
Serious damage. Everything's damage, just accumulating damage over the course of the rounds. If he can withstand, if he wants to go 25 minutes and he wants to keep taking a beating, that's fine with me. But everything I do has malicious intent. I'm trying to break you. I'm trying to hurt you. I'm trying to tear you apart. At the end of the fight, I mean, you look back at all the guys I fought, even the one loss I had, everybody looks like they got into a fight with a wood chipper. And that's my goal. It's to show you that I'm not fucking around. This isn't a sport to me. This is my life. This is everything I've worked for, everything I've sacrificed, everything to be here. Traveling all over the world, traveling to all the different places in New England, spending all my money, not making money. So right now, for me, it's like everything that I do is like every time I go in there with that intention, it's like I'm not there to shake your hand and be your friend. You're stepping in my way. You want to take my money. You want to take my future, and that's just not gonna fucking fly with me. So
Your energy is certainly fiery for the 9th, and do you feel like he belongs there with you in that cage to fight for that belt?
No, I don't. I don't think any of these guys do, and I feel like I keep proving that every single time I get in there. These guys are pretty much one-trick ponies, or they're stylistically one style. And for me, it's, I can do everything, and I have the ability to finish anybody anywhere. I proved that in my last fight. A lot of guys think I'm just a striker. They forget that I come from a wrestling background. I just like to beat people up on the feet because they're not on my level. So I have the impression that he's going to want to take this and make it a striking fight, and that's perfectly fine with me. But for me, I definitely feel that proving to everybody that I'm a well-rounded mixed martial artist is most important. So wherever the fight goes, on the cage, on the ground, standing up, it doesn't really fucking matter to me. I'm going to tear through you everywhere the fight goes. That's my goal. So you want to stand in front of me? That's your fucking problem.
Well, it sounds like it's going to be a treat for the fans.
Oh, yeah.
You will be rounding out the night, but luckily CES70 is a completely stacked card. You actually have a couple friends on the card. I've seen you training with Mitch Rodriguez, so tell me how that relationship got started.
So actually, I had fought one of his training partners my last amateur fight, and I started training with him at his gym and regiment. So I met him there, and I've been training down at Joe Lozon's, and he goes there on the weekend. So we started to train more together, do sparring rounds. We're both fighting, and our stances and style kind of match up to the guys we're fighting. So it works out perfectly, and he's phenomenal. Obviously, he's fought at the highest levels. He's fought where I want to be. So I have a lot of respect for Mitch. I have a lot of respect for a lot of these guys on this card. So I'm excited for him. I'm happy that we'll both be going to get some belts, get some gold, and move on to the UFC. And
so he'll be going for the flyweight title against Israel Galvin. How do you see that fight playing out? Israel has known the CES cage. He's fought in front of the fans before. So how do you see that one going?
I think Mitch is going to finish him. I think Mitch is going to beat him. He's too well-rounded. I mean, he's young, but he has a lot of experience. He's a very good grappler. He can strike. He moves very well. He's dynamic. I think he's going to offer a lot of problems for this guy. And I don't think this guy's ever fought anybody like Mitch. Mitch has fought on both his Contender Series fight and in Tough. He fought two high-level guys, former champion and a guy who was, I believe, a national wrestling champion. And he stuck it out with those guys, and he put on a show. So I believe he's going to go in there and destroy this guy, and he just doesn't know it.
So we got a killer main event, we got a killer co-main event, but luckily we have so many other good fights. Chris Matinho is coming back to the CES cage. Pat Casey, another crowd favorite, is coming back. Chris Tisano will be taking on Chris Matinho. So among those fighters that have been listed so far, are there any fighters that are standing out for you that maybe you're excited to hear about because you probably won't be able to watch them?
Yeah, of course. I always root for the local guys, the guys from New England, because I want to see them succeed as well. So, Chris Matinho always brings a great fight. He's always in it. He's always in there. He throws bombs. He always pressures forward. He's got a mean style. I like it. I'd love to see him get in there, get another win, put this kid out. Obviously, Mitch. I'm excited for that fight. I'm sorry, I'm probably gonna have to miss that one, but I'll go back and watch it later. And Pat Casey, he always brings a show. The kid's an animal. He's an absolute specimen. So it's always good to see him come in and put a beating on somebody. So yeah.
Plenty of incredible fighters will be setting the pace for you, but you and Dan Dubuque will be lighting the fireworks, if you will, for the main event. So unfortunately, Dan couldn't be here today, but I'm going to give you the floor and address Dan personally. And what would you like to say to Dan before you shake hands in the cage?
For me, it's just proving that you don't belong in there with me and that I'm leagues ahead of you. I know this. I believe this. I know I've trained 10 times harder. I've done the work. I've paid my dues, and I'm ready to do everything I can to put you down. I believe, personally, he's never been finished before, and I think I'm going to be the first to do it. I truly believe that. I'm not going to pick the round. I know the round in my head, but I know that I'm going to put severe damage on you and I'm going to put you away. This is my time and you're not going to take it from me. So I hope you're training hard. I hope you're prepared. I want the best version of you because I'm bringing the best version of me. And I guarantee you, I will walk out of that cage the featherweight champion.
September 9th at Mass Mutual Center, it goes down between Nate Ghareeb and Dan Dubuque for that featherweight title. So make sure you grab your tickets at CESfights.com. This is one you won't want to miss.